Hey guys, sup, Ryu here for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council with a pure artifact deck requested by a certain user whose name I can't remember because I suck at remembering names, but I remember decks. I just wanted to also say that spellbooks are in the works. I'm just going to show that they're basically existence in this giant pile of decks that I'm still working on. I believe we just skipped it. They're right there. So they're in the works. I don't want anyone thinking I'm ignoring their things. Just some things get done quicker than others. This is pure artifacts. Got a little bit of a twist from the original builds I used to build, and you're gonna see that, and I think it's hilarious. So with this deck, after the deck plays, after I go down the deck, there'll be a couple dual videos to give you an example, and then tomorrow or the next couple of days, whenever the recording sessions whatnot allow me to upload them, then you'll get to see the craziness. Anyway, we have two artifact sight. These are great for shutting down anything that uses an extra deck or anything that's going to hurt us, basically Seisha dolls. Then we have three morale attack. You already know, I don't even have to say it. We have two Cardius, which basically allows you draw engine, allows you to recover your hand. Otherwise, this would be like Six Samurai, where you basically burn out your hand. Then we have two Alchiles. I think it's Alchiles. Some Chilies. Basically, your opponent can't target artifact monsters you control for the rest of the turn. For attacks, it's pretty nifty. Then we have three of the red, and then two of the Asuna whites. I always called it Asuna white. This is basically going to prevent from destruction effects. Then we have two eccentric boys, because that 3000 beater and that scrap dragon. Now, when you use Eccentric Boy for a synchro summon, it's a little bit different than every other tuner, because the other material comes from your hand, not from your field, and on top of that, the monster's effect is negated. So most of the time when you use Eccentric Boy, there's only two reasons to use Eccentric Boy. It's mainly to burn out Red Dragon Archfiend and jump over anything with 3,000, attack points, or to burn out Scrap Dragon for a quick 2,800 to win the game, or vice versa kind of thing. Then we have three Absorb Jar, because basically you set this guy, you set a bunch of fucking artifacts and your opponent rams it, and then you draw 5, and then you get all your artifacts effects, so you recover your hands, and if you have this guy up and you have like 4 artifacts down, you're gonna go +9 just off this one card, and if we deduct the 1 card it takes to play this guy, then it's going to be plus around 8 or so. I'm losing my mind. 3 card Ds and 3 max Cs. Like I said, fast, advantage, always works. 2 MST, 3 artifact movements, 2 double cyclone. I love double cyclone. 2 catastrophe. Not my favorite card of the deck, but it does do what it does well. 3 artifact sanctum, 2 breakthrough skill, 1 compulse. Extra deck is Red Dragon Archfiend, the giant hot red one, the hot red Dragon Archfiend, Scrap Dragon Gaia, Wind Up Arsenals and Mayo, Tyrus, Aldrius, 3 Pallades, 2 Volcasaurus. The reason for 2, it actually helped me win a game, just having fucking 2 in the extra deck, which is hilarious. 3 Artifact Durello, and 1 Shark Fortress. You can change the extra deck any way that you like. Here comes the dual videos. So we're going to start off by doing Artifacts versus Karakuri and Neocloths 1 and 2, and then the other part of the video, basically the second half where it's just dual videos, I'll actually just basically go the rest of the things. This is the deck profile, it's in duels. So this is some weird Karakuri deck to start with. I don't know why he was using Question, but I guess he figured I didn't know what the hell was down there. I don't know, people are weird when it comes to what they put in their deck and they tech in, but it's a great game. Here's Absorbing Jar with the set 4 that I was mentioning, because Double Cyclone at this point, I'm not fully sure what he's running. I'm not figuring giant back rows, so work itself out. I'm going to play the breakthrough skill because I know for a fact, playing Neospark for so many years when he played Karakuris, I do not want that thing searching, so he's not going to attack. I'm going to Double Cyclone, and I'm going to trigger the Artifact Sanctum at the same time to get my draw engine going. Just mainly because I want to, have everything set up, because I'm not too far off from having everything set up. Here I'm going to play the artifact movements, hit his last back row, which was a good hit, and I get the morale attack, so this way I'm set up pretty much, and I just set the breakthrough, so I'll go +3 into the hand, and then when these two come out with him on board, I'll hypothetically go +5. He goes for Naturia Beast. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not really going to be using this here, so I'm just setting on the board, and it's going to be a lot of like draw, pass, set, go kind of thing for a moment. He plays question. And I'm like, okay, card D. Not getting question today. And talk about card D, I actually top deck it. I'm going to use its effect because I don't run Regeki as seen. I should run Regeki, but I couldn't find a spot in the main deck. Maybe one of you can find a spot in the main deck, but I feel it works okay without it, so. And here's what I was talking about with Eccentric Boy, why he's so good. Here comes that red Archfiend just to take out that Interior Beast, get it off the board. I ain't got to worry about it now. Now he's got pressure on the board because 3,000 with like 4-set back row, that probably artifact, stuff that triggers, but no one's going to see the Absorbing Jar coming out. He goes for the Karakuri Sync. I'm just going to break through it. Not going to allow it to get, his shit off. Fuck that. Don't want to deal with it. He goes for Desynchro. I'm like, maybe I should chain the movement, And I was like, nah, I'm not going to bother doing the movement. So now I'm going to do the movement, hit the blue. And the reason I'm going to hit the blue is I'm going to set another blue. So that way Absorbing Jar has another blue to bring out. And he's going to go for that. Blue's going to come out on board because this is how the chain works. I'm going to target his little ninja that he just brought out. Because I know Karakuri's too well, and if you could stop them there, they won't be able to do too much. And here I'm just going to draw, and I believe I just tribute, because I'm like, fuck it, he's not going to attack an Absorbing Jar. I'm just going to go Volcasaurus and put massive damage into him. So that 2,800, overlay to Gaia 20, and that's just going to be game right there, right off the bat. Thing to remember if you're playing pure artifacts as a fun deck, whatever, it's kind of a slow-paced game because you go on your opponent's tempo. You don't go on your own, so just fair warning. A lot of people are probably going to say about this game, I drew the nuts because it's just really good hands. At least I figure it is, It's a pretty good hand. But my opponent's playing Neocloth, so it's pretty interesting to say the least. Here comes a reinforcement to the army. I'm going to chain just to set up my draw engine. Because once I see reinforcements, I'm like, it's got to be like Noble Knights or something. Let me just, get prepared. He brings out Decisive Armor. I'm like, oh my god. So at this point, I'm like, artifact movements, get red, go blue, go draw one to hands. I need to get momentum on the board. He's going to get a search. That's fine. Go for that morale attack. Go for my +1. +1 happens, and then morale attack, chains on top. Draw into that, that Catastrophe, which is going to be useless. He blinds MSTs. I get another free draw, so advantage on board and draw. I'll take that all day, please. Just keep bringing it to me. And I get Maxi to boot, so any ritual summons he tries performing, it's not going to end pretty well for him. So, needless to say, it's gonna be pretty freaking nasty for him, to say the least. And he's going to take some damage. So continuing onward, I set the Absorbing Jar because the Absorbing Jar is just troll factor level 9,000 is just hilarious. He's going to summon a tour guide. I'm immediately going to chain the Maxi. I like my free draws. And he's going for the Dijin, release of rituals, mainly to lock me out of stuff. And here I'm just going to chain the Compulse. Mainly for the fact I don't want him popping back row. I want him attacking to the Absorbing Jar, which is I figured what he would probably end up popping. And I was like, nope, not allowing. Here he just quits because he knows he can't sustain damage. Because I could just drop the artifact site. That'd be 22, 21, 16, 15, not going to survive. So, that's game one. Here comes another game against a totally different person, I believe. I'm not fully sure. And more Neocloths, that's all I have to say. I mean, I haven't sat down and played with them. I'm like researching them for a certain video that you guys are probably asking me 1,000 times a week called Guide to Your Site, so trust me, I'm working on it. He's going to drop that Unicorn. He's going to get the Herald of Rainbow Light search. And I've said this before, and I'll probably say this again. Mistake actually works pretty nicely against this deck. But there is other cards, so hence we're going to be covering it all. I just get a lot of momentum during this game here. It's going to let mostly speak for itself for the most part. At the end phase, I'm going to chain the Thero Spirit just to go plus, like, just give me 2 more cards to my hand, please, and give me, like, giant advantage on board. I love these things, I love these things. Pure artifacts are fun to play. They're not super highly competitive, but they are fun as hell to play. They're easy to side against, but they're fun as hell to play when they go off, so. 1421, take that 3,500 to your life points, sir. I feel so good. So good. Overlay that Pallades. Do some Pallades. No, in all honesty, this deck has a lot of great moves. Here he's going to go for the Neocloth Mirror because he just wants to get the search, and there's nothing he can do because he can't sustain it. And for those who say, but he could do this or that, let's look at my field. Artifact movement, target the Scythe. Scythe allows me to draw one. My next card's going to be Max C. I probably get Max C from the draw, and now I get set one, and then that's going to take 2 out of the deck, and then I'm going to be able to get 1 more card, and it's not going to be pretty. So it's going to be 25, 16, 22 at the very least, not considering if I put Max C on the board, it's going to be another 500. So let me just say thank you guys for watching, and as always, till next time, remember if you do your council, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And next time for the replays, you have to look forward to Nordics, Anti-Meta, X-Savers for the Artifact Duels, because I like breaking these up like this. It's fun. So I will see you later. Peace.